Okay, so a little bit of a sensitive topic on water heaters. I'm a new homeowner. I don't know anything about the absolutes of anything when it comes to do home ownership, but I'm mechanically handy because I'm a senior master tech and I do a lot of repairs on stuff, a lot of tearing apart of engines, transmissions, very complicated work with multiple modules online at one time. So I understand mechanical aspects, electrical aspects. I understand specifications, restrictions, blah, 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 blah. A lot of people were recommending up front to me, oh, go with a tankless water heater. Just get a tankless water heater. You'll thank us later. So I start researching and watching all these DIY videos and stuff on YouTube and looking on Pinterest and TikTok and all this other stuff and reaching out to some of my buddies and stuff in the field that actually do this as a profession every day, like I kind of do in the automotive world every day. And I found a lot of the stuff that was being said in the community on tankless water heaters was a lot of BS. Just like in the automotive community, when people give advice and say do this and do that, and this is better if you do this with that application, and then somebody runs it by me as a professional in the field, as a certified pro in the field, I look at it and I'm like, who the hell came up with this? Oh, it was Jimmy that's been doing this for 30 years, but he's never done it professionally. He's never worked at a dealership or independent shop as a senior level or master level or anything. What the hell is Jimmy talking about? This shit doesn't even make sense. That's why it's not working for you. Well, then I get to looking into the water heater stuff. I call my buddy up. I says, hey, Jay, everybody's saying get a tankless water heater. What do you think about this? This is your business. You do this. You own a company, run multiple crews and stuff. And he says, dude, don't do that. Go back with a good warranted, regular, natural gas water heater. The reason I say that is when the power goes out, which outside of the Chicagoland area, we get multiple storms throughout the year that wipe power out all the time. Just in the last couple months, we've already lost power on a handful of times. So it's not uncommon to lose power. And if it was just like, once a year or twice a year, I could see it being a pro. But considering the situation, that's a huge downfall. That actually doesn't work for me in the grand scheme of things. So I take into consideration what people say, but with a grain of salt. And then I ask and I research and I ask and I research. And he says, the tankless stuff, you got to have somebody come out every couple years and flush it. You can do it yourself, but you're still going to buy $200 or $300 worth of equipment. And then if you have a professional come out to install it, instead of you installing it yourself, which you got to reroute pipes and relocate stuff, and it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do for the general person. I'm not the general person, but at the same time, I don't want to do it if I don't have to. I don't want to stress more than what I have to. And he says, I would just go back with your traditional water heater, really good warranty, flush it out every year. Every 3 or 4 years, replace the anode rod instead of doing like every 5 to 7 like most people recommend. Be ahead of it. Keep up on your maintenance, and the damn thing will last you 15, 20 years. Well, we have a 12-year warranty with the water heater. It's a Rheem Platinum Plus the $50 5-year add-on warranty through Home Depot, which extends us out to 17 years coverage. And people were talking about money saving and energy saving and all this other stuff, but really the only pro to the tankless water heater was the fact that you could have as much hot water as you possibly wanted at 80,000 BTUs or whatever it was, 100,000 BTUs, but that still doesn't save you money. The only pro is having as much hot water when you want it at any given time. It doesn't save you money. The energy savings on the actual charts themselves, when you look at it compared to really high-end water heaters, doesn't save you money. It's double, if not almost triple the price to have some of them installed by a professional versus a regular water heater. So there's no pro there. The cost savings every year is less. The efficiency of the amount of hot water you can get at one time is there, but being efficient overall, that's not there. A lot of people install their units outside, and a big thing comes into theft because of the amount of material that's in these units. People can easily steal them. There's nothing stopping them. So when I looked at the pros versus the cons, there were a lot more cons than there were pros. And the pros weren't even enough to entice me to change the system I already have to go to a tankless water heater. What does it do for me? It actually costs me more money to have one. Double the price of a water heater, double the price of the install, doesn't save me money every year. It's actually not more efficient. And if you mount it outside the building, it could increase the risk of theft, because now there's easy access to these $12, $13, $2,000, $2,500 units, where somebody could literally just come up, cut the pipe, snap everything, take it back home and do what they want with it, or source it out, whatever it may be. So everybody that says go with the tankless water heater, the odds were against you. All the research I did, all the YouTube videos I did, all the professionals I talked to, not one single professional, not one single guy that does this every single day said go to a tankless water heater. And there were actually videos by professionals that do this and have their own businesses on YouTube that actually dispel a lot of the myths that tankless water heaters are better. They're actually not. All they do is save more space and give you unlimited amounts of hot water whenever you want it, but it actually doesn't save you money. It's not more efficient, and you actually have to have somebody maintain them, which is the $200 to $300 charge every time they come out if you're not doing it yourself, when I could simply just replace a $60 anode rod in a regular water heater and flush it out once a year and get the same life, if not more, out of it than a tankless water heater. Yeah, it's a no-brainer to me. This is a 38 gallon capacity, so 40 gallon. They consider it. U.S. government federal law prohibits removal of this label before consumer purchase. Ream sales. Estimated yearly energy cost, $284. First hour rating. How much hot water you get in the first hour of use. 81 gallons. Cost will depend on your utility rates. Estimated energy cost is based on national average, national gas cost, $1.09 per thermal unit. Estimated yearly energy use, 260 therms. So, estimated yearly energy cost of $284. Some of the tankless options were $190, $230, $240, $260, and then with the services that have to be done on top of the install being twice the amount for the cost, twice the amount for the labor, almost 3 times the amount for the labor in a lot of situations, and then having to have a bucket and chemicals and a pumping station to hook up to it if you're going to do it yourself. And if you don't want to do it, so let's just say you spend $300 on material to do it yourself, or you can spend $300 every couple years for somebody to come out and do it. The cost doesn't outweigh itself for a tankless system. So that's why I went back with my Ream Platinum Plus expansion tank and had this set up. It's simple, it's easy, no electricity going to it. I'm never going to lose hot water unless there's some kind of extreme catastrophic failure. And it is what it is. That's why I went back with natural gas instead of tankless natural gas. Because it didn't, the pros did not outweigh the cons by any means. That's just my thoughts on it, and be blessed. I hope you all at least gathered something from this, and you do your own research like I did, and that's just my thoughts personally. That's why I chose not to do it. I bought this for $6.99. It's a 12-year warranty. I added the $50 Home Depot 5-year extension plan on it, and I have about $200 in material that I added to it, and I'm going to be fine for the next 15, 20 years. No issues. Yeah. Easy spout on the bottom. Run my 50-foot hose right outside. Drain it once a year. In the back there is an insert for the anode rod. 1.16". Pull it out, cut it, pull the rest of it out because I don't have enough room right here to pull it out completely. And then put a nunchuck style collapsible one in there next time so I could just pull it right out in sections little by little. No problem. Easier to take care of than a tankless. These are just my thoughts. Thanks. Be blessed.